Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Buffalo Bills
and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here's Willis.
He gets this to Davante Adams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
First carry for Josh Jacobs.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
The Raiders are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to a good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Willis will look to throw it.
That's complete to John Ross. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 33. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs.
Oh, a heck of a move. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down. Now a give to Jacobs running right.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Josh Jacobs, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
On 2nd and 9, Allen completes it to Davis.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good one.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Cleveland Farrell with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. On that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down in a nice little gain. 48 yards on the ground for him so far. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. They go play action with Willis. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 9-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Raider defense delivers a score. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, it's Allen. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to a safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Throwing is Allen on third. He finds his man, complete. It's Young. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away, but a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Cook following the penalty. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 6 from the 10.
Here's Allen to throw it. That's complete right around the 8.
Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills.
He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. 61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. To return is McKenzie. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. It's complete to Diggs. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they take over right at the 50. And now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
That will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back 1st down pickups. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Willis.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about tight ends in a lot of cases now, pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Here's Jacobs. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
second down. Here's Willis.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, third and goal.
19 Tiger. They'll run with Jacobs.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Josh Jacobs with career touchdown number 70. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To the air, Allen. And Diggs has it. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Allen going to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
Probably they went empty set there. No bounce in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Willis. He finds his man. Complete. That's Love. The Raiders going to use one of their time. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now Willis on 3rd down.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Allen. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. On first down, Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into
touchdown Bills. Dawson Knox from 13 yards out. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime and sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis.
Out to his left. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. Will make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Devontae Adams from 19 yards away. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First down, and they're going to throw without it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Allen to throw once more.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll start out here with the option left. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Allen.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Raiders are going to get the football back at their own 17.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long.
And he's taken in by the tight end Fant. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
46-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Warrior 70.
Willis looking to throw on 1st down.
Looking deep for Adams. And this is caught inside the 5.
It's a big play there for Vegas. 44 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Jacobs. And this play doesn't work at all as he's going to be marked down behind the line after the dive. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Bills' 7-yard line.
18, Pioneer. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Play action. Here's Willis. And it'll be intercepted. Kaiir Elam makes a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that there.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training.
He's got a man, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
And the Bills' first down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
From midfield, here's Allen. Uncorks one for Davis. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Raiders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
He's got a man, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Continuing to keep their foot on the gas. It looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long when they throw the football. They're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
18 Rattler.
Play fake. Here's Willis. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Touchdown Raiders. John Ross, 26 yards. And the Raiders look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Allen to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception. And I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you call for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And he's got it to about the 40.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd down, here's Willis.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now on 2nd and 13.
Willis.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, 79 Broncos, Packers 60.
Willis out of the gun. They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Willis on 3rd and goal.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more. Reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.